Good morning. If you're looking for what's in your way today, how to get around it, and how you can be more mindful during the process, you have come to the right place. Thanks for being here. My name is Seth. I run Comingouttarot.com. You can always find out more about me over there and how to get a reading from me over there in the shop. I'm using a deck to get to our answers today that I don't normally use. It's one that I feel I want to use once in a great while. It's called the Sun Tarot. It was made by a gay man for gay men. And it's a lot of computer-generated imagery, which normally doesn't resonate with me. But today, I'm feeling it, so we're going to play with it. Which means we're going to use this kind of, you can see some of the computer-generated sense of it. And there's even like background. There's a person in the background. There's a lot of people in these cards. You just got to look for the photography, so it's kind of clear. If you haven't subscribed already, do subscribe so we can keep track of each other. And if you find that this content resonates with you, hit that thumbs up on there. Give me that like so that I know that it's helpful. And when you do that, that ensures that this video gets in front of other people. So really, not only you're helping me, but you're helping a whole bunch of other people get this content just like you are, so everyone can take advantage of it. All right, let's find out what's in store today. By the way, you can get your your new moon reading. It's in my content feed. I did it last night. It's got a big moon on it. If you look for it, to find out what kind of energy is hanging around that new moon for you. And as always, if this resonates with you, keep it, run with it, work with it. If it doesn't, let it go. It's okay. It's not meant to resonate with absolutely everyone. So let's find out what today's obstacle is, what you can do to overcome it, and how you can be more mindful during the process. That scratching is the ferrets downstairs. They really want to get up here, and they got through the barrier earlier, so now they're like obsessed. All right, obstacle, action, mindfulness. Okay, our obstacle today is the Five of Swords. Our action today is the Devil. And how we can be more mindful? Two of Wands. All right, so let's first, overarchingly, we've got one major arcana that is flanked by the minors. So our experience today, much different than yesterday. Yesterday was about making those long-term type of choices and decisions about how we approach different specific aspects of our lives, that contractual stuff. Today, we're stuck in the day-to-day and how the day-to-day is influencing what we may, and literally that word stuck is important. I said it for a reason. How we may be stuck, obsessed, too focused on overcoming challenges that we may not even need to overcome. So what's our obstacle today? Sitting around the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is, for me, always about kind of like a pissy confrontation. And the shadow of that is feeling the other side of that. Good morning. The shadow of that is feeling like someone is mad at you. But the obstacle today is really your emotional state is, you want to, like the dude in this card, you want to flip somebody off. It's that kind of obstacle. You're like, oh, God, they're an asshole. And you just want to flip them off. So your obstacle is your emotional state of how you want to confront other people. It's getting in the way of how you can be successful during the rest of your day because it becomes this obsession. And the action for overcoming that is the Devil. To me, this is good afternoon, Sharon. Where are you, Sharon? Are you in, I'm assuming you're in Europe somewhere. England, Scotland, Ireland? So the Devil is actually creating a negative effect. It's making this worse. It's making this emotional state linger and get stuck. and not allowing you to move on. So it's increasing the obstacle and the challenge of the obstacle. Scotland. Welcome from Scotland. I think you may have told me that before. I'm sorry I didn't remember. So how can the devil help us get past that if the devil is exacerbating the feeling we have of frustration towards other people? This is a tough one. I think the devil's really going to help our mindfulness, because the more you can get awareness of the emotional state, the better. Now, because the devil is exacerbating that emotional state of frustration, the action you can take is to lean in to that frustration. Why? I'm going to get to that in the mindfulness. You're going to lean into the frustration. This is one of the most interesting actions I've ever had. Normally it is the antithesis of, it is going against the grain of what the obstacle is. This devil wants you to lean in to that emotional state. Why are you going to lean in? Because we're going to focus on the mindfulness today, the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is about our choice of how we choose, what we choose to do with new information. So in your mindfulness today, as you're being more mindful, or a mindfulness exercise, mindfulness practice, however you approach your mindfulness, as you lean in to that frustration, what's your next decision? What's your next choice based on how you feel and what you know? So as you trust the devil and you lean further into that frustration, where does it lead you next? Does it lead you down the path of encouraging that obsession and that devil and just being like going to the other side of anger, like leaning into your I forget the character's name, Two-Face in Spider-Man, Harvey, he flips a coin and he chooses evil or good based on the coin flip. That's what happens when you lean in to the devil here. You're gonna make a choice. You're either gonna, as you lean, you're either gonna lean and go too far to the angst and frustration and anger, or you're going to lean in and you're going to realize where you are and the potential to go too far, and you're going to pull yourself back. It is very much a Jekyll and a Hyde thing. The guy's name's Harvey Two-Face. Harvey, I just can't remember the rest of his name. He's a lawyer, and he gets hit with an acid bath, and half of his face is basically muscle and scarred muscle and skull, and the other one is human. And when he's his evil self, the Hyde self, it's that scarredness, and when he's his positive self, it's the human side. So that's today's mindfulness. Where's your Jekyll and Hyde? Where's your Harvey? Which side are you going to land on when you flip the coin and make the choice as you lean into that devil? Where do you go next? Do you realize how far you've gone and pull yourself back, or do you just continue to go further and go past the point of no return? That's your mindfulness exercise. That's the obstacle today. And leaning in is a precarious, treacherous thing, so be careful. But sometimes you gotta experience it to know how far you can go. All right, I hope this is helpful. If it is and you're joining this on the replay, thank you. Hit that thumbs up button so I know that it's useful content for you and so it can get in front of other people who need this advice. If you haven't checked out Comingouttarot, please do, and head over to the shop. You're welcome, Sharon. Head over to the shop to find out how you can get a reading with me. And if you haven't already, sign up for that newsletter, because you're going to get some money off that year ahead reading, and we're coming down to the wire. It's almost the end of November, which is when that coupon will no longer be valid to get some money off the year ahead, which puts you in control of your 2019. And who doesn't want to know more about what's coming in 2019 so that they can be prepared? What happens after November is it's full price for everybody, and that's usually when everybody starts remembering. So I'm here to get you ahead of the curve. Let's get going. Everybody have a great Thursday. I'll see you all later. Thanks for being here, Sharon. You too.